In this video, I want to compare and contrast the Shun Premier 6.5-inch utility knife to the Wusthof Ikon 6-inch utility knife. These are both the highest end knives these companies make, with the exception of a couple of really high-end limited edition knives they make, and they're both in the exact same price range. So I think it's a perfect combination to really talk about. And let's start it off with talking about exactly what the similarities are. Both of these knives are forged, both of these knives are handmade, and both of these knives have very similar cutting angles. The Shun has a 16-degree cutting angle, which is extremely sharp, and the Wusthof has an even thinner 14-degree cutting angle, so it's very thin and even sharper, like exponentially sharper. And the interesting thing to note, though, is that you really need to consider the metals the knives are made out of. Off the bat, the Shun uses VG Max steel, which is a notch above the gold standard VG10. VG10, as you guys know, is very hard, very resilient, and it holds an edge very well. VG Max is even more hard, even more resilient, and holds an edge even better. So it's really a phenomenal material. On top of that, they then take it and they fold in 34 layers of stainless steel, which first off gives you that gorgeous Damascus finish on the bottom of the blade, but also makes it very resilient to pitting and rust and damage like that. And they then take it one other step further and they actually do a hammered finish on the top half of the blade, which not only looks gorgeous but also helps release food. By contrast, the Ikon is made out of their own proprietary hardness of about 58 steel, and that is much softer than 61. It's so soft that it's going to dull much faster, and it's going to need to be sharpened and honed much more often, especially considering that it's a very thin, very delicate blade. They also haven't really done anything extra to the blade, short of forging it, and I think that's another thing to consider. Both knives do have full tangs, which is nice. The handle on the Wusthof is extremely ergonomic. It's really designed so that any way that you're holding it, it just sort of feels like an extension of your arm. The Shun is by no means not ergonomic. It's very comfortable as well, but it is an asymmetrical handle. It's a more traditional handle, and it is actually pakkawood, and pakkawood is a very hard compressed resin-filled wood, so it stands up to abuse very well. I actually think it's very comfortable. It has this nice little bulge here that fits into your palm very well while you use it, but it's just something to consider. With that said, both knives come with a lifetime warranty, but the Shun also comes with lifetime sharpening for free, and I think that's really a deal breaker. The reason I find that so great is because, as you all know, with knives like these, if you take them to a reputable sharpener who does it by hand, it's going to cost you roughly $5 an inch, which means both of these knives would cost anywhere from $30 to $35 at a minimum just to sharpen, and even then you don't really know what the results are going to be. There are always horror stories. With the Shun, you take it, you send it to Shun, they look at it, if they see any problems, they throw it away and they give you a brand new knife. But otherwise, you can rest easy knowing they're going to put the exact same edge right back on the knife as when you first purchased it, and they're going to do it for free. I think it's honestly a no-brainer. Now, with that said, both of these knives are great. It really comes down to what you prefer. If you prefer a heftier, heavier German-style knife, the Ikon is really the best set you can buy. If you prefer a lighter, more nimble Japanese knife, the Premier is a phenomenal set, and it's actually one of the sets I use in my own kitchen. With that said, if you like both designs and you like how they work the same, the Shun is going to run circles around the Wusthof in terms of cost effectiveness. Like I said, they're both roughly the same price, but the Shun comes with better steel, it is Damascus, it has a hammered finish, it has a gorgeous pakkawood handle instead of plastic, and it comes with lifetime sharpening for free. So that's just one thing to consider. I'll put a link down to both below. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.